What's going on, guys? Tua Cruz here, checking in with
Doing this.
We're here with Tuan-chan, and in today's video, we're very excited to show you guys our brand new bike touring setup. Tuang is pretty excited. We've been wanting to do some bike touring here in Vietnam for a while. And we've been waiting for some new bags to come in. We've been getting our setup ready. So in today's video, we're gonna show you guys our setup. This is Tuan-chan's road bike. So she's gonna be riding her road bike, and I'm gonna be riding our new hybrid bike. So we'll be introducing both bikes and both of our setups. We're using completely different bags on both bikes. We're gonna be doing a combination of road bike and hybrid bike on our bike touring because my fitness is a bit better than my wife's, and that way we should be able to both put out the same amount of energy. So with Tuang's road bike, she's got more of a bike packing style setup. That means that she's mostly using bags that are mounted onto the frame, and you notice that she's still got a very aero profile. Nothing is really sticking out. The only thing that really reduces the aero performance is this front handlebar bag. That's the only thing that's going a little bit wider. Everything else is about the same width as the frame. So let's take a quick look at all of the bags on Tuang's road bike. You'll notice that all of these bags are from the brand Zefal. Zefal is a French cycling company that's been around for a while. They make a bunch of affordable products. So they got a bunch of cycling bags, fenders, water bottles, tool bag accessories, and a bunch of other cool stuff. I used to work with them when I worked with the bicycle distribution company in Japan. And I reached out to them asking if they'd be willing to send us some of their bags to test out. So I want to say a big thank you to Zefal for sending over some of these bags so we can test them all out. When we used to live in Japan, I actually bought a lot of Zefal products myself and used them on my bike commute. This was one of my favorites. It looks like a water bottle, but it's actually a tool case, so you can store different tools, food, whatever you need in there. And there's two different levels, so you can have some smaller stuff up here in the top. I used to always have my puncture kit in here and just throw my tools in, so when I changed my commuting bike, I could easily just swap this between bikes. I didn't have to worry about changing my saddlebag or anything like that, so I really like this tool. It's a very, very useful one that we've used a lot. Going over the other bags on the bike, we've got a total of 4 bags on here. We've got the rear saddle bag. We've got the top of the top tube bag. We've also got one hanging on the bottom of the top tube. And we've also got the front handlebar bag here. So a pretty minimalistic approach. We're gonna be having myself carry most of our luggage in the panniers on the hybrid bike. And for her, she's mostly gonna be carrying some essentials like food and tools and maybe some other just minor clothing of hers that she's gonna be carrying here. So this rear bag here is the one with the most capacity. This is the Adventure R17. I believe this has about 17 liters of capacity. And all of these bags are waterproof. So you can see, just for demonstration, we put some towels and stuff in here just to experiment to see how this will work if we're packing clothing and stuff in here on our trip. We've also got some nice bungee straps here on the top so we can store other things in here like an extra pair of shoes. So this bag is very easy to install. You just put all your luggage in, you roll this up, and then we just put the buckles on, and then you're pretty much good to go. We've got 2 straps here which go into the bottom rails of the saddle. And then we've got a main support here, a very extra large Velcro strap here that goes around the main seat post. So very quick and easy to go on and off. Our next bag here is the top tube bag. This is the Z Adventure T3. And this is probably gonna be one of the most important bags during our trip because this one is easily accessible while we're riding. So while Tuang's riding, if she's hungry, she can just reach in here, she can grab her phone. So let's take a look at the storage capacity in here. This is actually pretty big. Like I've got my whole hand in there and it goes to the full height of my hand. So we can store a lot of stuff in here. With us filming our YouTube videos, we can store our camera in here, our batteries, her phone, and yeah, some extra snacks and stuff. So this would be a great way to be able to grab things on the go. If we need to film something, we can just open this up. And it looks like we got a Velcro strap here, so we can use this partitioner to separate it if we need to. And we've also got a little pouch here to store other things as well. So that's the top tube bag. Going down, we've also got an inside frame bag here. So Zefal has different sizes for all of these bags. We're using a smaller one here because Tuang's bike is smaller. So Actually, one disadvantage of using a bag here is you might not be able to use your water bottle, or you'd need to squeeze it in. This is a lot easier when you have a larger size frame like mine. But this bag, we actually enter from the side here. So this one also has a decent amount of storage capacity. It's about the same size as my hand. And we've got some pockets in there, a clip here to hang on to your keys and stuff, and just extra different ways to secure things in here. So this is also another bag that we can access while riding. So same thing as here, we can store our cameras in there, our food in there. And so these two bags are going to be very convenient for us during our bike touring. And the last bag on Tuung's bike is the front handlebar bag. This is the Zefal Adventure F2. This one is also accessible while riding, but you do kind of have a little bit more difficulty to see what you're grabbing, whereas this one is right below your eye line when you're riding the bike. I haven't personally had too much experience with the front handlebar style bags yet, so I'm curious to see how this one performs and see how Tuung likes it. But so this one's very simple. We've just got the waterproof material outside and nothing really inside, so you can put anything in here. I'm still not sure how we're going to be distributing all of our stuff, like where we're going to be putting everything, which one we're going to be using for food. We're still going to have to test this out and figure out what works best for us. But if you have experience bike commuting, let us know what you like to do in your setup down below in the comments. Which bag do you like to store what kind of items, and what kind of items should we bring? So what do you think, Junchan? Are you pretty excited to go bike touring?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Are you going to bring a lot of clothes on the bike packing trip?
No.
No. Good.
No.
We don't want to carry too much.
Yeah.
So that's it for Tuung's road bike setup. Next, we're going to show you guys my setup. I'll be riding our new hybrid bike, the Trek FX2, and we've got this one with a completely different setup. So unlike the aero profile on Tuung's road bike, my bike definitely has a much more wide profile. We've got the flat bar handlebars, which makes the profile wider. We've also got a larger bag here up in the front. And the biggest thing is we've got the pannier bags and rack in the back, adding to the extra wide profile. And this is also going to add to the overall weight. So when we started planning our trip, we were debating what to do and what bikes we should use. We both wanted to use our road bikes, but we weren't able to carry enough of our luggage because we didn't have a rack that would work on our road bikes. And that's one thing that was very important for us. We need to be able to bring our computers so we can edit our videos while we're on the go. So that's why we decided to get this hybrid bike. And we also thought it was a good balance with me to be on the hybrid bike with the extra weight and also the extra drag, because my fitness, I do train a lot more than my wife. So that way we'll be a bit more balanced, and hopefully we'll both have the same amount of exertion and tiredness after every ride. So I won't be pushing too hard, and she can also do some turns up in the front. We already did a full video introduction talking about this new hybrid bike, so you can go check that out if you're interested in seeing more. I'm only going to be talking about the bags that we're using. And right now with this bike, I've only got 4 different bags. We might be increasing and adding some extra bags, but for right now, it's just these 4. So for the front handlebar bags, this one is different than the one on Tuung's road bike. This is the Zefal Adventure F10. This one is removable, and this one is completely waterproof. So we just undo those 2 straps. This bag is attached here by Velcro. This is just a normal dry bag, so completely waterproof. This is one way that we can 100% make sure that nothing gets wet. We can keep our most important items in here. So just a normal dry bag here. We put in our goods inside there, roll it up, clip it in, Velcro it in. Then we just take the straps, buckle it in, and it's ready to go. So the advantage of this system is it's completely waterproof, like 100%, but this one's not going to be accessible during the ride. So unfortunately, we won't be able to take anything from there. There are a few other clips on here, so if we do need to clip something on and hang it on here, that's another option that we have with that bag. The next bag is the frame bag. This is the Zefal Adventure C4. So this one is a lot larger than the one that we have on Tuung's bike. This bike's frame is a size large, so we got the largest size here, and very excited for this because, again, it's a very large bag. We've got plenty of storage capacity. So right now, we've just got the packaging in here still, but again, we can keep our food in here, our cameras in here, and everything is easily accessible while riding. We've got these nice big straps again, so very easy to open and close while riding, and also nice waterproof material. We've also got a new Zefal water bottle here. So this size, it's a little smaller size, but you see it fits perfectly with this bag. So that way I'll still be able to use this one here, and I can still use it and it fits in here perfectly. So this size bottle works really good with the larger frame and the larger frame bag. And for the last two bags, we've got these pannier bags on the rear rack. So both of these bags are exactly the same. These ones are actually from a different company. This is from Rock Bros. Unfortunately, Zefal doesn't look like they make any pannier bags right now. And there's a lot of different pannier bag options out there in the market, but a lot of them seem to be very expensive, and we're not that serious into bike touring right now. So these ones seem to be the nicest, most budget-friendly pannier bags on the market right now. So we went and got two of these. They weren't too expensive. I think they were about $30 to $40 each. They got these bungee straps out here in the front so we can tie whatever we need to there. If we have extra shoes or whatever, we'll be able to hang things there. And these are also very quick to get on and off. We've got this quick access system, so when we pull on here, it just comes off the rack. But first we got to undo our buckles here. So we got that tied on there. So we just pull this, it comes off the rack, and when we pull it off, we just got to be careful about this, which goes onto the side of the rack to just have an extra third point of contact. So that's all you need to do. We just pull this up to unlock the system and let go, and it locks. So very cool system. And when we put it back on, we want to make sure that that third point down there gets lined up right. I like to pull this other strap here underneath the rack just to give it an extra locking point. And when we put this on, we make sure this is pulled so that these are open. So when we let go, it should lock. Sometimes you might need to wiggle it a little bit, and there it goes. So make sure it's fully locked. We're good to go. These bags have straps here on both sides as well. So like most dry bags, just rolls up. We just put some random clothes and stuff to fill the bags out for right now. But you can see with these bags, this is where we're gonna get the most of our storage capacity. These bags are very large. We've also got a reinforced back pad here so we can put our laptops in here, our iPads in here so we can edit our videos while we're on the road. We've also got this nice zipper protected area here so we can put some smaller items in there and make sure that they don't get moved. So this is one of the most essential items for our bike packing trip, is we need to be able to edit our videos while we're on the go. And to close this up, we just make sure everything is tight and we start rolling it up nice and tight. These go down to the side like that on both sides. And lastly, we want to make sure that this top one is secured as well. I like to loop this one in through the rear rack as well. It just gives an extra secure point just in case something does come undone. Make sure nothing's loose. And that's our setup. All right, so this is our setup, both of our bikes. Let us know which one you prefer. Do you like the hybrid bike setup with the rear racks? Or do you like the more modern bike packing approach with all of the bags directly on the frame? And I have a feeling I'm gonna be a little bit jealous of Tunchan during our tour with her with the lighter road bike, the more aero road bike. But at the same time, I don't mind pushing the extra weight and getting the extra workout carrying the heavier bags. So overall, I'm really excited for our upcoming trip. I'm really happy with all the bags that we got. I think they're perfect for our trip. I've experimented with a few of these bags in the past, but some of them are new to me. So I'm pretty excited to test out and see how they perform out on the road. Let us know if you've used any of these bags before, or if you have any suggestions for other things that we should do to upgrade our setup. But we're starting to plan our upcoming bike touring trip. I think we're gonna be doing a trip to Hue here pretty soon. So I think that'll be one of our first trips. So hopefully we'll be doing that pretty soon. The only negative thing with our trip is now it's starting to be the summer season here in Vietnam. So it's super hot during the middle of the day, but that's just something that we're gonna have to deal with. So overall, really looking forward to our upcoming trip. Hope you enjoyed seeing our bike tour setup. And lastly, before we finish, I wanna say a special thank you again to Zefal for sending over a lot of these bags for us to use on our trip. I'll leave some links down below so you can go check out Zefal and their website with all their different bag options. Also, a big thank you to all of our supporters on Patreon. Thanks to your guys' support, we're able to continue filming more cycling videos like this. So if you want to help support our channel, you can go check out our Patreon page down below. So that's it for today's video, guys. We'll see you next time here on To A Cruise.